Hi guys, Marvin here from TechBroll, new branding by the way, and in case you're wondering why, you can watch my video explanation here. But basically, new year, new identity, but same quality reviews for you guys. Alright, so today we're taking a look at a couple of DragonBall Z peripherals and accessory for a perfect Super Saiyan setup. With that said, let's get into it. Alright guys, so a few months back I reviewed this keyboard, the Akko 3108 Goku Edition. This is a full-size keyboard with cherry MX brown switches and PBT dye sublimated Goku themed keycaps. And today we followed that up with a quick review of the Akko RG325 Goku Gaming Mouse and of course his rival, a set of Vegeta dye sublimated keycaps. Okay, so let's unbox the Akko DragonBall Z Vegeta dye sub PBT keycaps first. In front of the box we just have an Akko logo, and at the back we just have some contact information of Akko, though mostly in Chinese. So let's see what comes in the package. Alright, so inside the box, the first thing we'll see is the first layer of keycaps and a separate plastic for the 7 DragonBall novelty keycaps. The quality of this keycap seems to be pretty decent, and I've seen this before with my review of the Akko 3108 Goku since it also comes with the keyboard. So on the first layer, we have the function row, arrow keys, escape, and then the complete nav cluster right here, as well as the keys for the numpad and the 4 extra keys for the calculator and media keys. Next, we have the second layer where we have the alphas and the modifiers. As you can see, the color combination of the set of keycaps perfectly matches the aesthetics of the character Vegeta with a dedicated colorized image of Vegeta here on the spacebar. We'll take a closer look at that shortly, but that's about it when it comes to the unboxing experience of the set of keycaps. Okay, let me just show you the complete set here for your reference before we install it on the Akko 3108 keyboard. There you go. This keycap set is ANSI standard, so it should fit most pre-built keyboards out in the market. Now, looking closer on the keycaps, this is made of PBT plastic with dye sublimated legends. This means the keycap is durable and the legends will not fade away because of the way it is printed on the keycap. Dye sublimation uses heat to penetrate the ink through the keycap and makes it a part of the plastic. In terms of build quality, it is quite decent, hard with a thickness of around 1.3mm, which is almost about the same as some double shot keycaps. The profile of these keycaps is OEM. Now, this keycap set consists of 115 keycaps, and once you remove the keycap from the packaging, you will see the corresponding key for that particular keycap, which I think is a pretty nice touch, and I always appreciate this kind of attention to detail. As you can also tell, this set of keycaps has a combination of blue, bluish gray, and yellow that, like I said earlier, perfectly represents the character Vegeta. Speaking of Vegeta, let's take a closer look at the dye sublimated Vegeta character on the spacebar. So, it is a 5D dye sublimated keycap, and the quality in my opinion seems to be pretty decent. The printing is smooth and you'll barely feel the printing at all, which for me is very important. We also have other DragonBall Z legends on some of the modifiers like with the Windows key, Shift, and Enter key. In terms of the fonts, the alphas are significantly larger compared to the modifiers and the numbers row up top. Overall, I really like this set of keycaps, but let's install it on the Akko 3108 Goku Edition and see how it will look like with both of their color schemes combined, or let's just say fusion. Alright, so here's the Akko 3108 Goku Edition. As you can see, the color scheme is dominated by the color orange that represents the character Goku, but I feel like it is too much orange, even for my standard. Now, looking at the Vegeta set of keycaps, I feel like it's going to turn out great. But before that, let's just take a closer look at both of the dye sublimated characters here. As you can see, they both about to fight the hell out of each other. Both spacebars printing looks really good. Okay guys, without further ado, let's... Thumbs up for that awesome fusion sequence and subscribe while you're at it guys. Alright, so as you can see, the Akko Vegeta keycaps perfectly match with the Akko 3108 Goku Edition with a balance of orange, blue, and yellow. Unfortunately, I don't think that you can get this keyboard with this fusion off the shelves. Both versions, the Vegeta and Goku, is available as a standalone keycap set or with an Akko 3108 keyboard. The orange variant is for Goku and the blue variant is for Vegeta. You can check the links below if you're interested. Now, the quality, like I said, is very good, especially with the dye sub Vegeta character on the spacebar, and the color combination is also very nice. The fonts are clean with bigger ones on the alpha keys, and there are more DragonBall Z legends on some of the modifiers that complements the overall aesthetics of the entire keyboard. We also have the usual color contrast on the function rows up top with an additional 4 keys for the calculator and media keys. And of course, we have the iconic Capsule Corp logo on the escape key. Now, if you want to hear a typing test for this keyboard and keycap set, I'll grab this opportunity to lead you to my review of the Akko 3108 Goku keyboard, which you can check out here. And that's pretty much it for the Vegeta keycaps. I think I've discussed more than enough about it. So let's move on to our next DragonBall Z product, which is the Akko RG325 Gaming Mouse Goku Edition. So here's the packaging, pretty straightforward with a nice Goku image, much like the packaging of the Akko 3108 Keyboard Goku Edition. At the side of the box, like the keycap set, we also have some contact information of Akko right here. And then on the other side, we have a preview of the mouse and the DragonBall Z logo. So let's see what comes in the package. The packaging of Akko products is actually pretty decent. I've unboxed quite a few already, and they are all well packed and the design is also good. So right here, we have the Akko RG325 Gaming Mouse Goku Edition, nicely tucked and protected inside. Let me just take it out for a second. Underneath it, we have a couple of replacement mouse feet, which is very nice. And then we have this usual paperwork that I always see in Akko packaging, but I cannot understand. Now let's take a look at the Akko RG325 mouse itself. At first touch, it feels good with a nice matte finish. It weighs roughly around 98 grams as per my own measurement, which is kinda heavy in today's standard. But the overall look and feel is really good. So in front, we have the left and right mouse clickers. I believe these are Omron switches. And then we have the two DPI adjustment buttons, and as you can see, we have different accent colors that represents the character Goku. And then at the rear end, we have an illuminated logo right here. On the left side, we have here a nice skin tone cloud image. And then we have the forward and back button as well as an extra button right here. Flipping it at the back, we can see the curvature, which indicates that this is for right-handed users. And then on the other side, we can see the tall bump of this mouse. We'll talk more about that later. And then in front of the mouse, you can see the profile of the clickers as well as the said curvature. And then finally at the bottom, we have two mouse feet, a DragonBall Z logo, the PWM3325 sensor, and a few other details here. The cable is not braided, but we have a Velcro strap right here and the USB plug is gold-plated. Right off the gate, the cable feels stiff, but we'll discuss more on that later. By the way, this is just a quick review because our goal here is to feature these DragonBall Z products, but I'll still try to cover as much as I can before this video gets too long for you guys. Now in terms of the shape, the Akko RG325 has a resemblance of the Rack Captain Gaming Mouse, but a little bit bigger as you can see here. They both have a tall bump, which may be good or not depending on your preference and how you grip a mouse. The RG325 mouse is quite long with a tall bump around the center. And because of that, depending on the size of your hands, your palm might sit on the mouse itself. And in my opinion, people with small hands could find it difficult to hold this properly and will have a hard time reaching the side buttons, especially the forward and the extra button at the far end. As for the side buttons, they are clicky but a bit loose. Now one of the things that I don't like about this mouse and might be a deal breaker is that the mouse clickers feels odd. I don't know how to describe it well, but it feels crunchy and the up and down travel is not smooth at all. You can hear and feel a squeaking sound when you click the button slowly, which is kinda messing up with my OCD. In terms of the scroll wheel, it is made of metal with notches to it, though I feel like the tactile feedback is a little bit weaker than I would prefer. On the other side of things, it is stable without any wobble and has a nice tactile click to it, which is a good thing. Now in terms of the sensor, it is using a PWM3325 sensor, which is a budget sensor and is only capable of up to 5000 dpi. But unless you're a high dpi user, this mouse should be fine. It has a max tracking speed of 100 IPS with an acceleration rating of only 20G. But as per my testing, I tried my best to have it spawn out to no avail. Tracking is also decent and most certainly capable for casual gaming. However, if you're serious about FPS gaming, there are other gaming mouse out there that have far better sensor than this. But if you play other games such as MOBA, RPG, and stuff like that, this should be fine. The two mouse feet are quite decent, but I'm not happy with the rather stiff cable, and other than the sensor, it might be another deal breaker for serious FPS gamers. But in my opinion, most often than not, people will get this mouse primarily because of how it looks rather than how it performs in FPS games, so there's that. Unfortunately, I cannot find any software for this mouse, so we're pretty stuck with its default settings. Alright guys, so as you can see, the Akko 3108 Goku keyboard plus the Akko Vegeta keycaps and the Akko RG325 Goku Gaming Mouse is a match made in heaven. It's perfect and I really like how it turned out. So to conclude, if you already have a keyboard and you're a fan of either Vegeta or Goku, you can just grab the keycap set only and use it on your keyboard. As long as your keyboard is ANSI standard and uses Cherry MX style switches, it should be compatible. On the other hand, if you particularly like the complete package of either the Akko 3108 Vegeta or Goku, then you can also opt for the keyboard variant. It's totally up to you and all of them are quite decent, and the Akko 3108 is a pretty solid keyboard. Now as for the Akko RG325 Gaming Mouse, I can only recommend it if you specifically want the design and the novelty of this Goku themed mouse, and if you're not a competitive FPS gamer. For casual gaming and games like MOBA, RPG and the like, the Akko RG325 is more than capable. And there you have it guys, thank you for watching. Make sure to check the full article link below. As always, huge thanks to BANGGOOD.com for making this happen. You can get all of this DragonBall Z goodness from the official store link below. You can also use the codes below to get extra discounts for your purchase, and make sure to watch my review of the Akko 3108 keyboard for the complete experience. Thank you for watching, subscribe if you like this, and see you next time. Have a great day.